Glory in word and sound, glory in Ira, glory in the name of the Most High. I and my heart is inditing of good matter, and I speak of things that touch in the King of Kings. No, it's the dawn of the morning, the joy of I and I youth. In this dispensation time, the people that has lost and scatter at the four corners of the earth are yearning for justice, for return back to their ancestors' land, for they were stolen for naught and they must redeem for the naught, far naught. So that's to say now, it's Abyssinia, Ethiopian Cushites. Now, based upon modern Christianity, they yearning for Jerusalem and Israel and said they want to return. I don't know if they want to return as Falasha's Jews to create a new ghetto inside. Maybe them not hear right. I then hears I give them a problem. But if you think so-called Israeli or so-called Israelite will see a face like your face because you know racism or it's there. And if you want to return to the whole Israel, which is battlefield, Palestine and all, where the stains of blood have now reached the horse's bridle, for the new old Jerusalem, which become a battlefield in modern time. The Almighty Creator now have nothing to do with the whole Jerusalem because of the great stains of blood that has spilled in the whole promised land where the Almighty did promise Abraham and him descendants. Now, we are here in the Western Hemisphere without any fear. Right now, we don't even have a bus fare or a plane fare for reach back home to our ancestors' land. So indeed, we now return as no prodigal son. Listen, for 450 years, what a mental and physical slavery to build the Western Hemisphere of hard labor, and we never get a penny or a dime or a halfpenny or a chopance for slave for the Western Hemisphere. So indeed they thought I and I was all slave and will be Uncle Tom and Peeping Tom and Bridal Tom. But I and I were great kings that was sent into captivity to redeem a people that have lost and scattered. And we return in this dispensation time as Rastafari. And now we say the New Jerusalem. And through the divinity of Christ himself, I and I will agitate for the redemption of I and I people, for return back to the New Jerusalem that is in Ethiopia with the 7 celestial church, that I and I will sing praises unto our Almighty Creator forever and forever. And let Zion dwell on this earth. So we will bring heaven and this earth because of the goodness of the saints and prophets will manifest themselves in the living structure and dwell amongst mankind in the form of man, according to flesh, and according to the gospel of the galaxy. And I stand as a living testimony. Rome will not give you redemption. Rome will bring you in romantics and trick you with politics, because Rome is all about politics. And yet still they say they are theocratic under Vatican. Vatican. So indeed, you never bring out the will of your father. Oh, Rome. You keep on roaming with lies. Oh, great England. You rule underneath the Queen. Will she have a piece of theocratic laws? And yet still, everything that you do is fraud. You'll never legitimate amongst the people. For you just care about your tax and taxation and who you can tax. Jollof and fire. Iran said they are a theocratic country and they pay homage unto the grand Ayatollah. So instead of pay homage to the Almighty Creator as a divine entity, as a deity, you pay it unto man. And man is not God, but God is man. You never seek the Almighty, but you're being a radical under the people and force, brute force unto the people. So you will never be their role model. No. For you were not a clean subject indeed. And yet still you try to pollute the theocratic government. I try to show the people the sham. But you are all crapsies. If your heart was inditing of good matter, you would do the good instead of evil. So I now saying, man, the whole Jerusalem has now become the battlefield. So the new Jerusalem, and that is in Ethiopia way. Yes, according to the living scripture. For I become the living testimony. I are the living book. For what the book can't tell you, teeth and tongue will tell you. And some of the prophet them put them in a Bellevue and Madhouse and say they cuckoo. Them gone over the clock. So that's why time done. Eternity now. For the thought I were cuckoo, but we are no fool. Because the heavens declare the glory and the firmament show John the work. For there is no speech nor language where his voice is not being heard. So peace and prosperity upon this earth throughout all eternity. I believe in the power of the Holy Trinity, deity, great, strong, zealous, and good Jah. By his creed and his justice is to let the humble be fed. Let the sick be nourished, let the aged be protected. Let the innocent prisoner release, and let the captive redeem. For whether in the bowels of the earth or in the belly of the beast, Jah will give his people the divine divinity of his kingship to lead the people in prosperity, in equity to all nation, creeds, and tongue. So may the Most High be magnified. Jah Rastafari, blessed everyone.